Hello and here, day 2 of working on the shelving here for the basement. Another nasty day outside here, just kind of a misty, nasty rain coming down, kind of like yesterday. I'm just, again, not a very nice day outside. So we're in the garage here again. Last night went to the hardware store, picked up the screws we needed here, so hopefully we can continue working on this here. I'll show you what we got here in a minute. So I went to Menards here last night. Unfortunately, they only sell like the official Craig Jag branded screws here. If you buy the knockoff ones, they're a little bit cheaper, but that's all they had on hand here. I thought I bought one 1.5 or 1 1/4 and 1.5 of them, but apparently I bought two 1 1/4s here. Whoops, yeah, they're two different. I'm not sure. I don't think there's actually a difference between these two screws. I think they're both the same. Just oh, one's for hardwoods. Okay, that's what the difference here. This one's for soft plywoods. This one should also be for plywood. Yeah, coarse threads. That one is for hardwoods. So yeah, they must have had. I must not have been paying attention when I bought everyone. This was supposed to be 1.5 here. They must have had typical. They got the bins mixed up there a lot of times usually. So you always got to watch it. Like especially when you buy fittings and stuff. Everyone make sure that the fitting actually that's in the bin is what it says it is, right? So I'm always comparing that. Didn't pay attention. I don't know. Return that one. We'll see what's here. But anyway. I don't know if I need 1 inch or 1 1/4. I'm guessing probably 1 1/4 oven. So if you've seen there in the last video, we finished up right here. So I'm putting in this screw here. And if you look under there, you can see that screw is poking out right there. One. Yep, that's not a good thing. So either 1 or 1 1/4. Again, this should be about 3/4 inch plywood here. So one of those two lengths should do the trick. So we're going to take that screw out in a minute. And we'll try one of those. Looks like 1 1/4s are going to do the trick here, everyone. I don't see nothing poking through, so that's always a good sign. If I had the time to wait on this, I probably would have, gone to Amazon and bought the knockoff ones, but I didn't want to have this project just sitting out in the garage here for a couple days while I waited for that. And I don't think I can get this last screw in, but we'll see once here. Yeah, there's a screw head directly, and when I say directly, I mean like directly below that one. So we will just have to skip that screw, unfortunately. Well, now that we got the sides mounted there finally with the correct size screw, I think it's time to test out some new power tools here. Evan, what do you folks think? So obviously, Evan, most of my power tools are the DeWalt brand, and as I've said many times before when I'm looking at power tools, Evan, typically once you have a battery, that's usually the brand of tools you stick with here. And can't say I've had any complaints with my DeWalt tools here so far. Been quite happy with them. However, today, Evan, we're going to be looking at the Hercules here. The Hercules brushless drill here. This is their newest, greatest, latest, bestest model right here. We've got that paired with a 5 amp hour battery here at the moment. I might drop that down to the 2.5 amp hour. When we're just doing a light project like this, Evan, I like the smaller batteries. So notice on both my impacts here, I don't have the big batteries on there, but they're just nice, nimble, lightweight. Same thing with this here. Same thing with this drill, just a little bit lighter weight battery. We don't need like a great big honking battery for this project. Now, if you're doing heavier work, obviously you will, but for this one, we'll see how it goes here. But we're going to give this drill a try here. Like I said, this is Hercules' newest, Harbor Freight, of course, by the way, drill. This is the brushless model here. And I've got the Craig Jig drill bit on there at the moment. So we're going to give that a try here. Anyway, let's we got to put a top on this one, and then we'll put a couple more sides here and continue building this up. Speaking of Hercules, by the way, I do also have their saw stand here as well. And this is not the Hercules saw, of course. This is the cheaper, the Chicago Electric, right? But the Hercules saw stand, I've been really happy with this here so far, by the way, as well. Just thought I would mention that. Gotta say, I'm always impressed at how sturdy these connections are here with these pocket hole screws. I mean, that is solid right there. Both of these here, very solid. This whole assembly seems to be quite solid here so far. I am planning on probably putting a back on this here, by the way. And that's why, if you look at the backs, I'm planning on this being the back side here. You notice I got the back side all flush. The front side has a little bit of the variability, you know, depending on the width of the pieces here. So that, you know, that's a little shorter, that's a little longer. That's where I'm putting my variability is up front. Because otherwise you put a back on this one, it's like, nah. We'll try to keep this side flush here. Put the back on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for a back yet. If I'm just going to use something like this, or it seems like a bit of a waste to use something like this. I might just go down to the hardware store, maybe get like a 1/4 inch sheet of plywood or something just to slap across the back. We're 48 inches wide, so a nice 48 inch by however tall we end up making this. Should be pretty nice. Anyway, speaking of how tall, slap another layer on here and keep working our way up. I don't know if you can see that or not, I was like, when I was drilling it, what the heck was that? That was a broken off screw in there. Or nail, or whatever's in there. I gotta say, well, now that is definitely a very handy tool there if you're working with plywood. I do have another track, by the way, as well, so I can cut a full 48 inches, or not sorry, 48 inches, full 96 inches long here. I think that's a 50-inch piece, and then I got another 50-inch piece there as well. But yeah, just look at that cut. That is perfectly straight cut the whole way down. Cuts pretty cleanly as well. Again, we are cutting in the up position, so it is chipping the top side here. So it's something maybe, just keep in mind. Your bottom side is going to be your good side there. Anyway, I've got that piece cut open. I'm probably actually going to set up. I'll cut another one here, and we're just going to keep on, like I said, working our way up. Some of these pieces we're cutting here are not in the greatest of shape, I've noticed, by the way, and so I've been using these for the sides here, so I can just cut my sides out of here rather than using this for the shelf. So I've got 3 nice pieces over there for shelves, and we'll use this piece here for the sides. Same thing with those pieces there too, and those all had problems with them, so I use them for sides. So that's what I've been doing, by the way, for those who are wondering, these pieces that are maybe not quite as nice. Okay, we got our sideboards cut here again. Time to break out the Hercules drill here. We'll start drilling our pocket holes here again. So far, really liking this drill. Nice and smooth. Plenty of power, especially for what we're doing. We'll have to see once maybe at some point we'll do another video of it, maybe trying to put this through a little more strenuous work here. But at least for now, it's working great for this. I'm just mounting up this side here, and we're like almost an inch short here. I'm not sure I like this piece here, not anymore. I might take this piece back off here. Apparently, whoever like cut this piece initially must have made this one. This one must not be square or straight or something somewhere. Because, yeah, one thing's for sure, our cut is straight. I'm not too worried about that. This cut, yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, that looks a little bit better, I would say, on both sides here. Yeah, there we go. Much, much better. I'll maybe see what's about using that piece for the top then. I think we're going to end up going up one more layer here, and that will probably be it. So we'll use that for like the very top, and that won't matter quite as much. Okay, we're currently about 59 inches tall here. I think we're going to go up one more level, and that is going to be as tall as we're going to make this. So 59 plus 10 plus 3/4. Yeah, we're going to be right around that. No, I was going to say 60. Right around that 70 inch mark tall with this here. Hopefully that should work. Again, our basement isn't the tallest here, so. But yeah, as long as it's not as tall as me, we'll definitely be good. Which yeah, that will not be as tall as me. So. Okay, might need a step ladder here at this point though, or start building up this tall. We'll see what's here. Okay, there we go. And I think that is the first shelf complete here. Again, we got 20 inches on the bottom here, and then each one thereafter is 10 inches. I didn't actually measure the overall height here yet. We should be somewhere right around that 70-inch mark there. I think that looks pretty good. A couple things left to do yet. I think we need something on the back. I don't think I have anything here that I really want to use for that. I'm thinking, you know, something like this would probably be good. Just I don't know how long this piece actually is. Maybe it is big enough. Might have to check that out. I'm not sure how big that piece is. Yeah, I don't really want to use the 3/4 inch plywood for this one. Seems like a little bit of a waste just to put on the back there. Also, I'm thinking we probably need some support in the middle here as well. Maybe not the entire way, because again, we put that back piece on there. That'll give us support in the back. But then something in the front here, because again, you can move that a little bit. You know, even for 3/4 inch plywood, it's pretty solid, but it will definitely dip down. So, oh, that one, it does look like it's pretty solid. Oh, it does have a little bit of a wobble back, which I would expect. Once we put that back piece on, that should really make this thing a lot more solid here. That'll really tighten everything up. You won't be able to wag it back and forth like that. Okay, let's see how big that piece I have there is. I doubt it's big enough, but if it is, perfect. And then figure out what we're going to put in there. Okay, well, here's the plan I've come up with for the supports here. I just cut a couple of thin little pieces here we're going to put in the front. I finished putting pocket hole screws in all these. So we'll just start in the bottom here, work our way up. I also cut myself a template here. I think I've got it, yeah, sitting right here. So rather than having to like measure each one of them, I can just set this in here, slot the board up against it, and like I said, we should just be able to work our way up. If I cut that right, this should put us right down the center here, all the way up and down. So we'll just start at the bottom here, and like I said, work our way up. And as far as scrap that's left, everyone, I've got this big 2x4 foot piece here, all these little pieces, and that is all that is left from building this. So that's not too bad. And I just counted the parts I have left over. I've got 14 half sheets left over here yet, everyone. So that means I think we started with 19 if I remember correctly. I see you sneaking there. So that means we used 4.5 of those here to build this. And like I said, I don't really want to put the 3/4 inch on the back. I mean, that seems like a bit of a waste. So yeah, we'll start putting these in here in a minute. Okay, well, just looking at this board here, obviously this is the one that wasn't cut right here. I've got that towards the front. I'm thinking, if I just pivot this around, put it towards the back, I mean, who's going to care, right? I think let's do that, Evan. I think that'll look a little better rather than have this big old gap up front here. Even though top shelf, I don't think it'll matter, but I think it'll look better if we turn this board around. Hopefully the back side isn't too bad on this one here. I've tried to keep all the nice sides. Oh yeah, this isn't the nice side. Oh well. Still not terrible though. I think we'll flip this around, Evan. And I think that'll look a little better. Well, there we go. Again, I turned this board around so the short side is towards the back now. I don't think that'll matter too much, except when we go to put the back panel on it, but I was planning on like screwing that to there. Oh well, should still work. And then yeah, we got the flush side up front here. Got the supports in the middle. You could definitely tell as I was putting them on them, and I had to force some of them in. So that means those boards were drooping down just a little bit. And then of course, again in the back, everyone, when we go to staple the back on or screw whatever we do, that should keep the back supported. So yeah, I think this should be more than a strong enough set of shelves here at this point, everyone. Yeah, I'm liking the looks of this, everyone. Now, like I said, just need to get it back yet. That's probably not going to happen in this video. See once either we'll stop by the hardware store or see once if I got some plywood around here. The piece that was over here, by the way, is not big enough. It's 40 inch wide. So it's definitely been cut down. I'm not sure how big it is, but it's only 40 inches. I need 48. Anyway, with that one, I think we're going to wrap this video up here. You folks have any comments or questions about this, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching, and until next time.